The clutch pedal on my Honda del Sol is feeling a little bit loose. I already did a full bleed of the clutch lines, so it's still a little bit loose, so it's not air in the line. So we're going to address the slave cylinder, the clutch slave cylinder, which is right here, and we're going to replace that now. To remove the slave cylinder here, you're going to need a 10mm wrench on this line right here. This is the hard line at the top where the clutch fluid comes in, and then there are two 12mm bolts down below, which you can just put a 12mm socket on. What we're going to do is we're going to loosen all three and make sure all three break free before we try to take any one off completely. When this line comes off, by the way, you're going to lose some fluid that's in this line, so you probably want to have something to catch that. We're going to replace the fluid and bleed the system afterwards anyways. If your slave cylinder is original like mine, there's probably a lot of corrosion right here, and my PB Blaster didn't do anything to loosen that up. So I went to my go-to for those cases, which is the CRC freeze off, and that was able to loosen it up enough that I was able to break that nut loose. Once you have those two bottom bolts out and the line removed, and all you have to do is take your slave cylinder and just pop it straight out, and we're going to replace this now with a new one. The new slave cylinders on the bottom, and it'll come with a pin like this that you just insert in the hole, push it firmly through until this bellows comes around this little flare right here and seats it into place. As an added bonus, we get back our bleeder valve cap here. We've got our new slave cylinder here. We're just going to reinsert it into the boot right here. There's the opening. You're just going to pop it into place and then reinstall the two bolts, remove this yellow cap, and put the line back into place. Everything is bolted back in. There's two 12mm bolts underneath. The hard line is reattached, and now we're going to have to bleed the system. Obviously there is air in the cylinder in this hard line. Because this is a new slave cylinder, I know I can just remove the bleeder cap and loosen up the bleeder valve already. Nothing's going to come out because there's nothing in there to come out right now. We'll use an 8mm open wrench to just loosen up this bleeder valve next. Here's my poor man's one-person bleeding mechanism. It's very simple. It's just a cup or a plastic bottle filled about 1.5 inches with clean brake fluid. Then you have your 3/8" tubing, which is submerged in the end, and then this end's going to go on the bleeder valve. That's really all there is to it. You don't need another person. You don't need a pressure bleed or anything like that. You can also use this for bleeding brakes, by the way. One end of the plastic tubing is on the bleeder valve, and then the other end is submerged in the cup in the clean fluid, and we're just going to rest this here so it can't get knocked out of place. Next step, we will open up the master cylinder fluid reservoir here. Make sure it's topped off. Now that this is topped off, it's a very simple process. We're just going to go into the car, pump the clutch maybe 5 or 6 times. We'll come back out periodically and keep checking this fluid level. If it starts to drop like past halfway, we'll just top it off again, and then we'll also be checking the tube to see if there are air bubbles in the fluid. When there are no more air bubbles in the fluid, then we know that we have bled the system. And also you'll notice, because your clutch pedal should feel pretty firm as you're pumping. Don't get overzealous. Don't pump 20 times and then come back out because you're too lazy to come back out. If you drain this thing dry, you're just going to let more air and have to basically start all over again. I ended up going through about half a quart or a little bit more of brake fluid before I stopped seeing air in the line. So that just gives you an idea of how much it's going to take. You're going to then, of course, tighten up the bleeder valve. Make sure you do that before you remove the tube from the end, or you have to start all over again. And then, of course, top off your clutch fluid cylinder and cap it off. We're also going to put the bleeder screw cap back on the slave cylinder down there, and our clutch pedal is now nice and firm like it's supposed to be.